Hey, welcome back to USA World. Before watching this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications for new updates. Thanks. In the turbulent political landscape of the United States, the relationship between a president and their base is often the make or break factor that determines their success or downfall. For Donald Trump, this dynamic was especially crucial, as he rode a wave of passionate grassroots support all the way to the White House in 2016. However, the unthinkable happened in August 2023, when a significant portion of Trump's most ardent supporters suddenly turned their backs on him at a critical juncture. This unexpected betrayal sent shockwaves through the political establishment and forever changed the trajectory of Trump's post-presidency. What led to this dramatic split? And how did it ultimately impact the future of American politics? In this video, we'll dive deep into the story behind the shocking moment when Trump's base abandoned him. When Donald Trump first burst onto the national political stage, he did so with the backing of a devoted following that defied traditional political allegiances. Disaffected working-class voters, ardent conservatives, and anti-establishment firebrands all coalesced under the Trump banner, forming a potent coalition that swept him to an unexpected victory in 2016. Throughout his tumultuous four-year term, Trump maintained a remarkably strong hold over this base, weathering one scandal after another while his supporters stood steadfastly by his side. Even after his defeat in the 2020 election, Trump's grip on the Republican Party remained firm, as he continued to wield significant influence over the direction of the party. However, the cracks in this foundation began to show in the aftermath of the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. While a hardcore segment of Trump's base doubled down on baseless claims of election fraud, a growing number of Republicans grew uneasy with the former president's inflammatory rhetoric and his refusal to accept the legitimacy of the democratic process. The true test of Trump's hold on his base came in August 2023, when the former president found himself at the center of a major legal and political crisis. It all started with the redacted investigation, a sweeping federal probe that had been slowly closing in on Trump and his inner circle for years. After months of mounting pressure, the redacted investigation finally reached a critical juncture, with prosecutors preparing to bring forth a series of indictments that could potentially send Trump and several of his closest allies to prison. The stakes had never been higher for the former president, who recognized that this could be the moment that destroyed his political legacy once and for all. Sensing the gravity of the situation, Trump went into full crisis mode, launching a relentless media blitz and rallying his supporters to stand firm in the face of what he decried as a witch hunt orchestrated by his political enemies. He called on his base to flood the streets, stage massive protests, and do whatever it took to fight back against the forces he claimed were conspiring to bring him down. Initially, Trump's impassioned pleas resonated with his most ardent supporters, who responded by organizing large-scale demonstrations in cities across the country. Thousands of MAGA hat-wearing faithful flocked to the nation's capital, vowing to defend their champion against what they saw as a blatant abuse of power by the deep state. However, as the redacted investigation unfolded and the evidence against Trump mounted, cracks began to emerge in the unwavering loyalty of his base. Prominent conservative voices, including some longtime Trump allies, began to publicly distance themselves from the former president, arguing that his divisive rhetoric and unyielding defiance of the rule of law had become a liability for the Republican Party. This erosion of support accelerated when, redacted, a figure widely respected within the conservative movement, delivered a searing rebuke of Trump's actions. In a widely shared televised address, redacted lambasted the former president for abusing his power, undermining our democratic institutions, and betraying the very principles he claims to uphold. Scathing condemnation struck a chord with many rank-and-file Trump supporters, who found themselves grappling with a stark choice: continue to stand. Hope you enjoyed watching and don't forget to hit the subscribe. See you soon.